What's up, everyone? We're back. Another real review. This is a video that I've been wanting to do since I started this channel. If any of you follow Wrangler Star, you'll know that he just did a video on a Kershaw knife about 2 weeks ago. And he's not a Kershaw knife carrier if you've followed his videos for any length of time. He's a Benchmade guy and a Spyderco guy, which is great. I love Benchmade and I love Spyderco. They're both great knives. He did a review on a Kershaw knife for a subscriber. And I'm sure he didn't use the knife. You know, he got the knife and kind of gave his opinion on it, which is fine. He knows a lot about knives. And I said, when I saw the video, I said, man, he beat me to it. Because I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I carry this Kershaw knife here every single day. Oh man, for probably 2.5 years, maybe something like that. So this is you can see how worn it is. So this is the link. Like I said, I got it about 2.5 years ago, and I own a lot of Kershaw knives. This is, as you can see, and this isn't even all of them. I was just trying to find them all right now. Oh man, I put the bolt too tight on that one. Yeah, I was trying to find them all. This is just some of them here. They're all spring assist. This one, I did some service on this one, and I think I might have put it too tight, so it's not flipping open. But yeah, these are all spring assist. I don't know the names of all of these. I know this is the link, the one I carry every day. Originally, these are all probably 3-ish years old, something like that. Originally, I bought this one to be my everyday carry, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of light knives. I know a lot of guys want something that they could be in their pocket and not even feel it. And I'm not really a fan of that. This has some kind of, plastic handle. I don't know, I'm sure what it's made out of. Maybe some nylon polymer or something or other. And this is an insane sharp knife. Maybe you can see it's sharp. I mean, it's really, really sharp. So I was like, I carried it for maybe a day. I wasn't really a fan of the wide pocket clip. I mean, I like the knife. This one here I actually carry on the weekends mostly. I'm not really a fan of this like super wide clip. It's okay. This is usually like my Saturday, Sunday knife I carry. But for work, I carry this one. So this is the next one I ordered. And this has an aluminum handle, some kind of aluminum. And it has a lot of weight to it. And that's what I like. I like weight to my knives. Maybe you don't. Some guys don't. They want some super lightweight knife. I don't know. I like the feel of the weight. If you've seen some of my other videos, I had the same complaint about the O-Pen. The original O-Pen I liked because I had some weight to it. Then they came out with the O-Pen Pro, and it was insanely light. And I just wasn't really a fan of the insanely light pen. I like to have weight to just about everything I own. And not a super ton of weight, but I mean, I don't want it to feel cheap either. So this one, you can see, I carry this every day. I use it all day, every day. And maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I wanted to service this knife because it was starting to get pretty dirty on the inside. And I had some issues with it. I don't know if it was obviously it was a factory issue. They either cross-threaded these bolts or they just insanely over-tightened it. When I started taking it apart, I could get this one out and I think this back one. And these two wouldn't move. I mean, you can see on both sides, you can put a Torx on both sides, which I did. And sorry, it would not come out. So I bought these here. I got this at Lowe's. It's cobalt. Because it comes with these really insanely small Torx, which are perfect for all the knives. I believe, let me see what size this is. I think it's the smallest one in here. Yeah. It's a, what is this? I'm not sure what size this is. Oh, it's a T6. That's a T6, and then this one's bigger. I can't remember what this one was. I think it's like the biggest one in this kit. Yeah, it's the biggest one in here. It's like a, what is this? It's a T9. So this is a nice little kit. It was like $7-8, $7-8 at Lowe's. Yeah, so I couldn't get these out, and I said, man, the only way I'm going to get it out is with a drill, some kind of drill it out. So I decided just to leave it. I put the other screws back in it. I went on Kershaw's website, and they have a section. It's kind of difficult to find. I think if you type in the search bar warranty or parts or something, it's really difficult to find. I mean, it's a really long page. I don't know why they make it so hard to find, but it took me forever to find the form. It was really frustrating. Initially I couldn't find it, so I went on Instagram and I DM'd them and I said, hey, I need some parts for this knife. I'm having issues finding the form. And they said, okay, give us your information, what kind of knife it is and what you need. And I did, and I never heard from them. And like a month went by, 2 months, I did it again. They said, oh, we got busy. What do you need? I told them again. This went on for probably 4 or 5 months. And so then I attempted to go back and find the form. I eventually did find the form. I filled it out. And when you do it, there's a number. I don't know if you can see that. Right here, there's a number. The model number, it's 1776GRYBW. And they have like a drop down menu, and you're supposed to be able to put this in and it's supposed to come up. It doesn't. I find that most of them don't. So then it says if it doesn't, you have to put this number in the MISC section. They still make this knife. Usually you only have that problem if they don't make the knife anymore. Also, what I learned is once they discontinue a knife, you can't get parts for it anymore. Now, I'm assuming that most of these screws are in other knives that they have. I'm sure that, most of these are all the same knife, same exact screws. But they say usually when they stop making a knife, the parts won't be no longer available. But I'm sure that almost all of these knives have the same torsion bar in them and same screws. I mean, the pocket clips are different on all of these. I mean, other than that, I think the screws are probably all the same. So if your knife is not made anymore and you need screws, I would probably go on and look at every knife they have and kind of zoom in and see what knife has screws that look like yours and just order for that. They send it to you for free. So what I recommend is when you get one of these, use it. And if you use it for a month and you decide this is a knife you're going to carry for years and years and years, I would immediately go onto their website and request all the parts for it. So that's what I did. So I said, send me everything. So there's actually some screws in here. The only screws I used out of this kit was the stripped ones. So this big one here is still inside this bag. It's right there. And there's still some of the small ones in here. And some washers and stuff. And the bar for the assisted, the torsion bar. And then the clip. I decided not to use the clip because this one's fine. And, if it breaks, then I have another one. So I would advise to get every piece for your knife just to have it. Because if they stop making it, you might have issues finding those screws. So that's my recommendation. I may even order another one of these. I don't know. Um, just to have. I need to order another one of these mats because this one I was melting some pipe. I was doing something with some pipe. I don't know, and it caught fire. So if Kershaw wants to send me another one, I do have a chip in this. You can see right there. You can order new blades for these. I mean, those you have to pay for. It doesn't bother me. It's a work knife. I mean, if you've watched Wrangler Star videos, they'll tell you, a knife is a tool. Doesn't matter if it's a $50 knife or a $300 knife, use it. So, I mean, I kind of believe the same thing. I use all my knives. So this blade is what, about slightly over 3.5 inches. 3 inches from the end here. About 3 inches. Usable. 3 1/4. Usable. I do sharpen it quite often because, like I said, I use it every single day, all day, probably a dozen times a day, if not more. Oh, the camera. Sorry, camera's being weird. Okay, so yeah, so this is the link. They still make it. The thing I like about Kershaw is they're a good budget knife. I mean, this one was 65, 75, something like that. They're not cheap. And most of them are made in the USA. I mean, not all of them are made in the USA. Some of them aren't. This one is. Actually, I think. Yeah, this one here is made in China. I think that might be my only USA made one. This one is also China. This one doesn't say. There's the part number. This one doesn't say. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if that's the part number, 1605. So, yeah, maybe this one being USA made, and I mean, you can definitely tell the difference. This is like an aluminum handle. All of these are some kind of plastic, plastic handle. I'm not really a fan of the serrated or even Tonto. I'm not even sure why I bought this one, honestly. I mean, these are okay if you're gonna, I don't know, you're in the forest, you need to cut some trees, cut some tree limbs or something for a fire. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really even a fan of that kind of blade. This one I like. This one's not bad. This one's pretty good. I mean, I think all these blades are, yeah. Seems like all their blades are the same. So this one I've had some issues with. I don't know why. Maybe I need to oil it or something, but I mean, they are great, great budget knives, great everyday carry knives. I mean, it's not a $300 Benchmade that if you lose, you're gonna cry about it. So, which I've done. I've lost a really expensive knife before. So, shopping around and looking, I really wanted something not dirt dollar store cheap, but not over $100 either. So, Kershaw's a great option. It's definitely a great option if you're looking for some budget knives. I have some more somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. I get them and then I might use them for a week and then they might go into a box. And that's kind of what I did with these. I used each one of these. And then once this one came, that was it. That was it. I said, this one's staying in my pocket every day. And this has just been a fantastic knife. It's just a workhorse. Absolute workhorse. So, if you're interested, there's the part number. Like I said, I believe I was on there. They still make them. I'm sure at some point they're going to discontinue it. So you want some good budget EDC knives, check out Kershaw. All I've been carrying for years and years. I have some other, I do have one that's going to be a rant video at some point that I absolutely hate. That company, It's a well-known company. Um, I always wanted one of their knives, and it was over a little over $100. And when I got it, I was extremely disappointed. I ended up getting a fight with them, and I told them I'll never buy another knife from them ever again, or anything from them ever again. And I haven't, and I won't. It was just inexcusable, in my opinion, that knife. I usually don't do too many videos on here where I tell you not to buy something. This is more of a, what to buy channel, or in my opinion, what's great to buy. Something that I've used every day myself, something that I beat up. And, these are great knives. Um, they all serve their purpose. These are probably the two main ones that I kind of go back and forth between. Maybe these ones I'll give to my boys or something at some point. They're not bad. I mean, if you like serrated, it's sharp. It's not in no way dull or in no way a terrible knife. This one I've had some issues ever since I got this one. It's always been kind of weird. And actually, I think now that I'm thinking about it, now that I think about it, I think I tried taking this one apart too, and I had the same issue with either the screws being stripped or over tightened. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But, after like 8 months, I finally got the parts for this thing, and just a couple weeks ago, I took it all apart and serviced it. So I don't know what they're doing at the factory, if it's just they're super torquing it down, or it cross-threaded it. I don't know. It seems to be most of these knives I've tried to take apart to do like I said, this one I tried to take apart because ever since I got it, it's super stiff. You can see that. Yeah, I did. I remember I tried taking this apart, and the screws were all jacked up on it, and I couldn't get it apart. So now that I took this back out of the box, I'm going to have to go on the website and request some parts for this and do the same thing. This one, yeah, I did end up drilling both of these screws out. It was kind of nerve-wracking because I didn't want to destroy the handle. But it worked. I was able to put a drill bit right through there, deep enough to get like a bolt extractor in there, and it worked out. So I mean, it can be a big deal. It might not be a big deal. Also, I noticed on these, they like to get real loose, so I put some medium strength thread locker on those so they don't back out, because I was having that issue where this thing was constantly coming loose. You can see the scratches right there. That's from the clip coming loose, moving back and forth. So a little dab of blue thread locker solved that problem. So anyway, if you're looking for some good budget knives, check out Kershaw. They're a great option. Specifically, this one is, in my opinion, one of the best that I've owned from them. I have maybe 3, 4, 5 other ones that when I find, maybe I'll do a video on those. So yeah, thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next real, not fake review. Thanks, guys. Bye.